Dear friends, welcome to our class on JRF SRF Net 2022 CORE NRM 1 Lecture 11. In this class also, we try to understand some basic bits from soil science and agricultural chemistry. Here, I would like to impress upon you once again that in deciding bits, so fundamental bits, the ones which we are going to discuss even in this class are embedded in assertion and reasoning. List 1 and list 2, they are the matching answers. In the reasoning, they ask very specifically from fundamentals. That's why now these bits are very important. The first bit for today's class is molybdenum is responsible for biological nitrogen fixation. The deficiency symptoms of molybdenum, molybdenum are two major symptoms I would like to share with you. Number one, whiptail in cauliflower, yellow spots in citrus. So these are the two fundamental deficiency symptoms that you should remember. Now, the size of a nanoparticle is anywhere between 1 to 100 microns. Acid soils can be reclaimed by the addition of lime. Sodic soils or alkali soils can be reclaimed by the addition of gypsum, GYPSUM, gypsum. Saline soils can be managed by leaching, LEACHING, leaching. Calcareous soils can be reclaimed by addition of sulfur containing minerals. So we call them as pyrites, PYRITES, pyrites. Law of minimum, that's what we call it as the law of RESTITUTION, restitution as well. Okay, so it is proposed by Liebig, LIEBIZ, Liebig. Available phosphorus in soils can be estimated by which method? That is by Olsen's method, 0.5 m NaHCO3. Available potassium in soil can be estimated by neutral normal ammonium acetate. Neutral normal ammonium acetate. Available sulfur can be estimated by 0.15% CaCl2. 0.15% CaCl2. Available zinc, iron, copper and manganese analyzed by 0.005 m molar DTPL at pH of 7.3. Gypsum requirement can be calculated by Schoonover method, SCHOONOUVER, Schoonover, SCHOONOVER, method. A lime requirement can be calculated by Shoemaker method. Lime requirement is calculated by Shoemaker method, and gypsum requirement by Schoonover method. Now the most critical stage of growth for tissue testing is time of bloom or from bloom to early fruiting stage. In tissues of plants, nitrates are estimated by diphenylamine test. Phosphates are estimated by stannous oxalate and molybdate test. Potassium, sodium, cobalt nitrate. That's what I would like to share with you. Critical nutrient concept was given by Kate and Nelson. Critical value approach was given by Chapman and Gay. CNC, expand the following. For example, CNC, critical nutrient concentration. CNR, critical nutrient range. DIS, diagnosis and recommendation integrated system. Diagnosis and recommendation integrated system. DIS system after the statistical analysis, the fertilizer requirement, okay, at what level, if we give certain amount of fertilizer, for example nitrogen, what would be yield? If the nitrogen is given more, so what would be yield? Furthermore, what would be the yield? Increase, or you can say a plateau, we call it as. Such things are estimated by DRIS method. In M.Sc and Ph.D experiments, this could be tested. That's what is my experience. This concept based on nutrient concentration ratios. So it is based on this concept, okay, is based on the nutrient concentration basis. Okay, otherwise ratio, nutrient concentration ratio. This valid for usually long duration crops. It is valid for long duration usually. Certain plants are very sensitive to deficiency of a specific plant nutrient. Once again, I read for your academic interest. Certain plants are very sensitive to deficiency of specific plant nutrients, and they produce specific symptoms which are different from other deficiency symptoms, are called indicator plants. Sackett and Stewart technique, okay, azotobacter used to find out P2O5 and K2O status in soils. Okay, Mehlich, Mehlich technique, aspergillus, that's what, okay, is used to find out the status of available K2O, okay, Mehlich Cumming-Hamilton plate method, okay, is used to find out P2O5. Cumming-Hamilton is sensitive to P2O5. MULDR, Mulder's aspergillus niger test is used for copper and magnesium. Test crop for Mr. Test crop for MITSCHER, that's what is the full spelling. Pot culture method is for oat, OAT, oats, wheats, oat, okay, oat crop. Test crop for Jenny pot culture method is lettuce, LETTUCE, lettuce. In Newber's seedling method, rye or oats are made to feed exhaustively on 100 grams of soil mixed with 50 grams of sand for 17 days. Okay, A value, capital A value, okay, designed for P, it is designed for P, was given by Fried and Dean. Fried, F-R-I-E-D, Fried and Dean, D-E-A-N-D. Soil test crop response, STCR, we popularly call it as soil test crop response. This is also one of the wonderful techniques for recommendation of fertilizers, okay, STCR, was given by Ramamurthy. Krishnamurthy et al. Worked out empirical relations between the nature of the soil and the extractable P. Nitrogen use efficiency, we call it as in agronomic terms NUE, nitrogen use efficiency. This is the, okay, expand the following, please remember. The microbes also produce, okay, microbes also produce chelating legends called, okay, siderophores for iron. These are highly useful. Heterotrophic bacteria that can reduce ferric to ferrous form is Bacillus and Clostridium. Highest hygroscopic fertilizer is highest hygroscopic fertilizer. First I will take number. Second one, that is nitrogen. Okay. Second one is the urea. We call it as the first one is the ammonium nitrate. Ammonium nitrate. Once again for your record, highest hygroscopic fertilizer is ammonium nitrate. The next one is the urea, which has 46% of N. Fertilizers containing only one primary nutrient, either N or P or K, are called straight fertilizers. Guaranteed minimum percentage of nitrogen, phosphate and potash present in fertilizer mixture is called fertilizer grade. Once again, for your academic interest, I read: guaranteed minimum percentage of nitrogen, phosphates and potash, okay, N, P2O5 and K2O present in a fertilizer mixture is called fertilizer grade. The ratios, relative proportion, okay, the ratios of the percentages of nitrogen, phosphate and potash in the fertilizer mixture is called fertilizer ratio, the relative proportion. That's what we call the fertilizer ratio. A weight makeup material added to fertilizer is called filler, F-I-L-L-E-R. The materials which are added to fertilizer mixes during their preparation for reducing hygroscopicity and improving their physical condition is called conditioner or called conditioners otherwise. Once again, for your academic interest, I read: materials which are added to fertilizer mixes during their preparation for what? Reducing hygroscopicity and improving their physical condition are called conditioners. Before that, I would like to read once again: weight makeup material added to the fertilizer is called filler, F-I-L-L-E-R. The next one what I told just previous bit is the conditioners, C-O-N-D-I-T-I-O-N-E-R-S, conditioners. Now, urea contains 46% of amide form, that is NH2. Okay, most widely used nitrogenous fertilizer in India or in Asia is urea. Urea, okay, sometimes urea when heated, it is given. Urea when heated at 132.7 degrees centigrade, it decomposes and liberates NH3. It liberates NH3. The smell of NH3 in urea indicates it is decomposing. Once again, I read for your academic interest. Urea when heated at 132.7 degrees centigrade, it decomposes and liberates NH3. Smell of NH3 in urea indicates that it is decomposing. Now, after decomposing, it results in formation of biuret, B-I-U-R-I-T. Biuret, it is a toxic substance, okay, it is a toxic substance of urea, biuret. Okay, when the maximum possible limit for biuret in urea is 1.5% for soil application, 0.5% for foliar sprays. Usually this bit will come foliar sprays. 2% foliar spray of urea we recommend for crops grown in dryland areas where inherently soils are in low nitrogen. Also under those circumstances, we should, in my operational agronomic experiments, okay, particularly field experiments at the farmer's field level, we sprayed 2% urea on dry crops, dry land crops, okay, or drought affected crops in dryland areas. So at that time, we have taken care to ensure that 0.5% biuret is never exceeded in our urea. Now, the last two bits for today's class are 2 or 3 most important bits are: the explosive fertilizer is ammonium nitrate. Ammonium nitrate. Most acid forming fertilizer is ammonium chloride. Byproduct of steel industry is called basic slag, B-A-S-I-C, basic slag, S-L-A-G, basic slag. Kisan Khad, we usually call it as, in India we call it as Kisan Khad, K-H-A-D. okay, or a neutral fertilizer. In English, we call it as the neutral fertilizer is the CAN, calcium ammonium nitrate. So these are the basic which that I would like to share with you in class number 11 of NRM1. These basic bits are exclusively useful for you in assertion and reasoning type. Match the following, match the list 1 with the list 2 and answers are given. That's why I am covering these bits. Thanking you very much for your very patient hearing.